What's up guys, Marco here and welcome to today's video where I talk about a great little tip that you can apply to your business to make more sales, especially long-term customers, and something that very few people think about but that could potentially really help your business. Now, one thing up front, it is something that requires some sort of investment. So if you have like just $100 budget for your overall business, then this doesn't work. But if you have a little more, then this can definitely help you make more sales and acquire more customers. Now, what is this about? Well, just today I had a talk with a partner of mine, and he runs a pretty successful niche brand, so a brand in a specific niche. He's actually not dropshipping, but this can also be applied to dropshippers just the same way. So what we talked about, what we came across of, is a pretty good Facebook group. So there is a Facebook group exactly in his niche, and in that particular Facebook group, you know, there are like 52,000 people that are exactly in his niche, and we know because of the, you know, how the Facebook group is set up and the name of the Facebook group, and because we really went through this whole group, we can pretty safely say that all of the people in that group are potential interests in his products. So what we did is I told him, and we talked about this together, and now just after, you know, a few hours of thinking about it, he is about to buy that particular Facebook group, and it will probably cost him around $4,000 for those 52,000 people. And why is that such a great idea if you think about it? Well, there are many great reasons why you may think about buying a Facebook group, or it can also be some other sort of like group or community or something that is related to your niche to get customers and also, you know, see it as a long-term investment. So first of all, besides the actual e-commerce aspect, you know, there are many advantages to have such a community for your business, but also something up front, you can always use the power of that group to leverage it for like other people. So you could do affiliate marketing, you could ask other businesses, other brands to promote their stuff in this group if you run out of cash and if you need some relatively quick money, etc. But also, of course, for e-commerce, and this only really works if you have a niche store, you can kind of make your brand the you know, underlying business of that group. Now, the problem is that most of these communities, of these groups, you know, they are not really branded. They kind of want to keep businesses out of their community. So the point is, when you buy such a group, here are a few things that you need to keep in mind. So the first thing is, and this is something that we just discussed, so with my partner, that you should not change everything too radically. So let's say you actually look for a business, for a group that is related to your niche. Let's say there are 10,000 people in that group. Let's say you sell hiking gear, and you are into, you just look into a hiking group where people are talking about their newest hiking equipment and shoes and these sticks and everything, and you get in there and you decide to buy that group, whether it's for $300 or $500 or $1,000, whatever it is. And now you talk to the admin, etc., and you negotiate, which is a very important part. But then, of course, a mistake that many people might make at this point in time is to just go ahead and to put your logo everywhere and to something like change the name and everything and now post stuff every day. This is definitely the wrong way to do it. But what you can do is you can, for example, buy the group. You can gradually change the overall style of this group to kind of match your brand, because in the end you still want to make money and sales, etc. off it. But the point is, do it slowly, like have a slow pace here, because people shouldn't get the image that you are just turning it into like a pure business group. In this case, many people will just leave because they don't want these advertisements, etc. But if you do it correctly, such a group can be enormously powerful, because you can do like posts that you can you can stick them to the top. Every post that you make is potentially seen by one of the users in this group. And remember, groups are insanely important because the organic reach of normal posts is highly reduced these days. So if you have a good Facebook group, this is much better than having just people like your page. Also, Facebook introduced announced the feature that they will enable group owners, group administrators to target people in their group with a Facebook pixel. So if you buy a group of 10,000 highly targeted hiking enthusiasts where you know that all of them are really into the topic, you can target all of them. So first of all, you can target all of them in general, build lookalike audiences from them, etc., etc. But you can also target like these specific people. So if you do, like, for example, a group specific giveaway or a group specific sale or something like that, you can literally retarget those people in the group and remind them. You can say like, hey, 3 days left for the giveaway, 3 days left for the flash sale or something. And that really, first of all, strengthens the relationship with those people in the group and you, but also, of course, it increases your sales from these people. So this is just one of the many benefits that such a group can bring to your business. Again, it only really makes sense if you run a niche store, because then you can really at some point, you know, have the perfect target group inside of this Facebook group for your business. If you have a general store, things are a little more complicated, then there's no real reason to like buy a niche specific group and then you know, just advertise random products. It doesn't make sense. But especially when you want to go into branding, also into high ticket, guys, as always, when we talk about high ticket, check out the training in the description, where we also talk about things like affiliate marketing, working with partners to sell your highly expensive products. Make sure that you check that out. But also when you go into high ticket and want to build a brand, such a Facebook group is always enormously helpful. And also it makes it easier for you to negotiate with suppliers, etc., and work with partners, because you can say, hey guys, I own one of the biggest Facebook groups in that particular niche. And this is always a big advantage. And like I said, it is always possible to monetize that group on top of your normal sales by approaching other brands and asking them whether they want to have a little like sponsored post on there or something like that. Of course, don't overdo that, don't overdo partnerships, don't over promote your own stuff. But if you balance that in a good way, that you like that you push content and promo material, this can be a great asset for your business to make long-term sales for your store, like I said, especially in your store and when you want to brand. So I hope that this little tip was helpful. I just made this video because of, like I said, because he's about to buy that group, and I thought, well, it's actually something that you guys want to know about. As I said, it's probably not that realistic that if you just start out, you can afford a 50,000 people group. Also, it's not always, you know, not all of those groups are for sale, but you can go into other groups like, you know, project sales groups, and there are many Facebook groups where people buy and sell Facebook groups, Facebook pages, and all those things. So make sure that you join a few of them, and probably you will find a group that is related to your niche, or you just go to those people and ask them yourself. This can be enormously powerful for your business. Make sure that you check that out and see whether it works for you. Let me know in the comments whether you thought about buying a group before, whether you want to buy a group, whether you think this is a good idea or not. I'm curious about your opinion, so please let me know. And also, if you enjoyed this video, of course, please leave a thumbs up here for me and subscribe to this channel for more e-commerce and dropshipping tips, tricks, and hacks. So really hope that you enjoyed this video, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.